Alright guys, so today we're going to show you how to work on the rear brakes of a 2007 Saturn Ion drum brake assembly single spring system. Alright guys, this is a brake pad replacement for the rear drums on a 2007 Saturn Ion. Let's get started. First, we got to take the drum off. You can tell these brakes are pretty well wasted.
I want to get on this side.
Yeah, that side's worse. Okay. This tool that he's using right here is an important part of doing this job, because it's a single spring system, and you're going to need this tool. And what it does is it actually creates or releases the tension on the single spring for the rear brakes.
And we didn't know about this until we looked it up.
Yeah, and actually he had already taken the one side apart and didn't realize that we needed a special tool to do this job. So there was many hours of frustration involved in this brake job. Oh, hang on. There you go.
Alright guys, so pretty much what you do is you hook them on in the inside to where the knob is facing outwards, and you just adjust the sides and these, and it pulls it back and then outwards. And all you gotta do is take your needle nose, do the spring here, if it will come off, just like that, and then it all falls apart. But at least your spring doesn't fly everywhere like we learned the first time.
Yeah, that would have made for great video, but that would have made us look stupid, so we left that part out.
We didn't do that video part. And then you take this off, set to the side with your spring adjuster. And the one side that doesn't have the good old
wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Of course, it's my wife's car, so you know.
Can't really blame the hard braking on you. It's your wife's car.
Hey, she drives it more than I do. So you gotta take this out very, very carefully. Just like that. And then of course, you know, you do the normal bullshit of fighting with that spring on the backside for your e-brake.
Which shouldn't be too bad, because
we've already loosened the brake cable, which on these, on the inside where your brake handle is for your e-brake, you take the little black plastic cover off, and there's a little screw and a nut. You just loosen that nut and it releases the brake cable to where it comes loose where you have slack.
Yeah,
it's very easy. We'll get a picture of that later.
Yeah. One thing that we noticed when we were looking this up on YouTube is there's not very many videos for a 2007 Saturn Ion.
There wasn't any.
Well, there was videos, but it wasn't what we needed it
Yeah.
for. It was other stuff.
So that's why we're making this video.
Come on, Marine, put some balls into it.
Fuck off. Problem with these is just a fucking pain in the ass. That's why I wish manufacturers quit making these. But to them, it costs more money for the supposedly for anything else.
Okay, so while he's messing with that out there, I'll show you the e-brake thing. All right, you take the cover off here like this, and then that bolt right there is your adjustment for the e-brake for the rear wheels. And all you have to do is loosen that up and give that cable some slack, and you're golden after that.
So, of course, on these, not much area to get that cable on there. We had to file some of it off actually because it was at a point. But yeah, it's a pain. So again, you're just gonna pull back and just pull back on that spring. Just mess with it so you can get it on there. Did you loosen it up?
Need some pliers? Okay, she's on now.
Right. So we got the new brake pad on for the e-brake part. Had to take the tool apart, but it's actually not that bad to get it back on. So as you can tell, this is what they call a single spring brake drum crap. Okay, to me it's pathetic. It's stupid. I don't understand the point in it, but hey, what do you expect from engineers that don't know how to work on these vehicles? They created them, but they don't know how to work on them. So underneath here, there's a little hook right here where this part right here is going to sit on. So of course, make sure your tabs are facing inwards, and you're just going to get in there, set it down just like that. And then of course, you're going to take your tool, which if there's a car quest by you or something, it's 44 bucks. So you're just gonna hook it back up, same way, but a little bit different because you don't have a whole lot of room.
And just keep in mind, it's not just the Saturn Ion that has this single spring system. There's multiple cars that have the exact same system. So
you're just gonna hook it like that. Again, make sure that's on the outside. And then just give it a little bit of tension on one side. Just so you guys know, here's another one. Right, with this system, there's two different little notches right here. Right, those notches are going to go on this backing plate. So for whatever thickness or whatever your vehicle is for it, that's where you're going to put either notch. So on this one, we're going to put it on that first little notch once we get it hooked up. It can be a pain in the butt. I will tell you that. Gonna pull these back, and then you can pull them to the side, pull this back, pull it to the side and back. It's a pain in the ass, but sometimes you just gotta do it. So again, you're gonna take your new one, and you're just gonna push it up in there, and of course, just keep adjusting so that the pad gets in there. Like so. You can take your other easier pad, so you don't have that cable, and you push it in just like that. And as you can see, this one is pretty dang close to where it needs to go. So you can just loosen it up on that side, and then just pull it, loosen it up, and then tighten this, and then loosen it. Alright, so now we got one side in. Which is a nice thing. And you just let that side in, give it a little bit of slack, and then you start messing with this side. Which again, you just do the same thing, loosen, tighten, loosen, tighten. Sometimes you can just push that back. There we go. off some of these parts. Like that one. Twist it back up so we can get it in. Don't have to go all the way. Again, goes in just like that. Sometimes you gotta adjust just a little bit more. Push that in. Voila. Then take this little fun piece that hooks up on this silver, or actually gold piece, just like that. And then of course you take your spring, clean it off too, since we already cleaned everything else off. Alright, put the hook part on that, and you grab your pliers, needle nose. And there you go. That's how you do a brake job on these stupid systems. And then of course you gotta do your tension and all that.
All right, guys, so just a little side note or reminder: when doing the brakes on a 2007 Saturn Ion, changing the rear brake pads, remember you're going to need that special tool. And if you don't have that special tool, you're looking forward to having hours and hours of frustration trying to put those brakes together. Don't be like my friend and just tear into it without thinking. The only place that we came across that had that tool or was able to order that tool was CarQuest. O'Reilly Auto Parts didn't have it, AutoZone didn't have it, Napa didn't have it. The only place that we came across that was able to get it was CarQuest. You are going to be able to get it like on Amazon or on eBay, but if you need it right now, CarQuest is your best bet. All right, guys, so that's how you change the rear brakes on a 2007 Saturn Ion with the single spring system. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of this video. Anyway, remember, get that tool. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll get back to you another time.